I hope you enjoy the next video. I hope you see something that you like, that you learn something that you want to try, or that you have questions that you would want to do the research and see if it's something you want to do. Alrighty, enjoy the video. Hello lovelies, I'm about to bling out a long sleeve t-shirt and I thought I'd take you along for the ride. I'm going to do the entire front of the t-shirt including the sleeve. So let's see how that goes. I already heat pressed the t-shirt to pull out the moisture. So now I'm getting ready to brush in the rhinestones and create my transfer. Okay, let me get all my tools. Okay. I was going to change the tip of my pick tool, but I couldn't find my replacement tops. I don't know where I put them. I wonder how many times I'll have to repeat this template to fully cover the t-shirt. And what I like about this design, this template is also the template that I use to bling out the hood of a hoodie. So I like dual purpose. Get more bang for your buck. I'm moving these out the way so that I can pick up my design without the transfer tape getting in the way. Let me go over it to make sure I see there are two at the top, or rather the bottom. Okay. Move this over a little bit to get up these extras so they won't be in my way. Uh-oh, be careful. I done knocked out a rhinestone. I almost pushed it on the floor. Okay. All right, I brushed you out the way and you want to come back. Okay. Let's make sure that you are in view. Let me get my transfer tape. And like I said, I'll have to recreate this transfer probably about 5 times to complete the entire t-shirt. That is the front of it. I'll probably do the front and the back of the sleeve, but just the front of the t-shirt. Oh, I see I missed the stone. I must have knocked that one out of place because I'm almost sure that when I perused it, wasn't nothing missing, but who knows, right? So what I think I'll do is pick this one up and brush in another one, so at least I'll have 2 to get me started. And then I'll go from there. Uh-oh, stay over there. Mind your business. Uh-oh. I think I'm missing one. Right there. I'm missing 2. And maybe I'm not. Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 across. And I got 1, 2, 3. Yeah, this goes here. This one should come up. Okay. Put the back on. And keep moving. I can never lay the backing on without the transfer tape. That is the transfer. Without the transfer tape leaning over to the side. Alrighty, let me pick up these stones to reuse. Okay. I think that should do it. And of course, I can never brush in rhinestones without knocking some on the floor. And this is a Real easy design. It's almost like a, what I call a honeycomb scatter. Okay, I think we got most of them. Okay. I think just one more. Okay, that looks about complete. Let me move the extra ones out the way so they won't be snatched up by the tape and create a mess for me. Alrighty, let me get my second piece of transfer tape. Oh, that one messed up. Didn't lay down flat. It buckled. Okay, let me pick it up and see. Okay, not a problem. All I have to do is push these in place and you'll hear like a snap once they go into the hole. Oh, I think the transfer tape was too big for me to control. I think I did this a week or so ago. I had a design that was too big and the same thing happened. And I said at that time, note to self, do not work with a design that big because you can't handle the tape. As y'all saw. These over here were not too far from the scene of the crime. But I was being stubborn because I didn't want to do half and then have to do half, and then that would be more, well, not really more brush ends, but you know what I'm saying. Okay, this one. Okay, I think I'm almost finished. Let me stand up so I can get an overhead look. A few more. And I'm just pushing them into the circle. Okay. Okay, I think I did that one a little better. Not too much of the tape is overhanging. So let me put that to the side. Put my template to the side. And let me get my t-shirt. Ooh, I think I better get up these stones because I can see them flying on the floor. Because I need space to stretch out my t-shirt. So look, give me a second to clean up my rhinestones that are on the table. And you know, this is a nice way to jazz up a t-shirt, right? It can go from casual to dressy just by adding some bling. Alrighty. I think the last couple of ones fell on the floor. But anywho, that is that. So let's spread out the t-shirt. Let me get my t-shirt situated first, and then I will figure out where to place the camera. Let's see if this way will work. Okay, that's great for the t-shirt. That's perfect for the t-shirt. The way I changed the table view. But now let me see if I can get you in view. I think you're upside down. So 1 second. Okay. Maybe that'll work. This way. Nope, because if I turn it that way. Okay. Let's see how this goes. Alrighty. So in some areas, it may overlap, but that's okay because all I have to do is remove those stones. And I may have to go back in even though that looks straight, it still looks crooked. I still may have to go back in and add a few stones here and there. Okay, that's straight. That is straight. Okay, I'm going to remove that one there. All of those are fine. All of those are fine. And I could cut the transfer tape. Move that one down a little bit. And all these I will remove. Okay, we're getting we almost ready for the first press. Okay, move that one back. Okay. Making sure no rhinestones are too close. Matter of fact, I think I'll add some underneath here. That way I don't have to press over on this side again. That looks good. Add another one here. I think I'll add two here. That looks good. I think I need one right there. Right? And I need an extra piece of tape. Trying to think, do I want to add one there or just leave it alone because they'll be too close together. Let me get another piece of tape. And then we're going to go to the heat press. Up. Look at that. One right there. That would have got pressed. And that would have been scratching my neck. Okay, one more look-see. Okay. Let me take this to the press. And I'll bring you back. I got my heat press set for 350. 350 for 350 degrees for 15 seconds. And I'm thinking that when I put the second transfer on the right side of the t-shirt, it will be too big. So I'll probably cut that because when I repeat it at the bottom, it'll be the same width. Alright, let me put that piece of tape to the side. Get my second transfer. And I have to line it up. And that's something I'm not good with. Lining stuff up. Or rather, I don't like to do. So you see how I covered more of the t-shirt on this side, so I don't have that much more to cover on this side. So instead of removing all of those stones, my overage, I'm just going to cut the tape. But first, let me get it lined up. Okay. Wow. That looks good. Move it up a teeny bit. I think the spacing is as good as it's going to get. Let me rub that down. Rub it down with my scissors. Alrighty. Let me see if I can cut the transfer tape and not cut the t-shirt. Okay, that was pretty easy, that part of it. And I do have some rhinestones that I will have to manually remove. Okay. Well, I guess I could leave that there. But no, I want it to be even because I don't know how I'm going to line it up when I put the bottom half on. So it's better to be safe than sorry, wouldn't you say? See, how did I do that? Okay, that was over. No, that's good. That's good. Just move it over a teeny bit because it's too close to the seam. Just a teeny bit. Okay, that's good. That's good. I just need some around here. Move this down some. That's too close to the seam. Stone lost. Move this down so it can be okay. Oh man. My finger got on the tape and it popped off. Okay, that's good. I need to move this one out the way. It's too close. Okay, I need a couple up top. No, this one. Did that one? I know it. When I lifted up the tape, it rolled down. I'll fix that when I put if it keep bouncing, I may have to press that last. But I would like to press it now since I'm in this area. Okay. That is perfect. I just need to move that up. But let me get my piece of transfer tape. Transfer tape started sticking to each other. Okay, this will catch that one. And all right. Oh man, they keep on popping. Table down. Uh-oh. Okay, that looks, making sure that it's symmetrical on both sides. This is up too high. From the other side. Let me put the tape. Oh man. Move them down so they can be somewhat symmetrical to the other side. Okay, I'm gonna take this to the heat press and I'll bring you back. Okay, that's going down for 15. And then we'll work on the bottom. So 2 presses down, and I probably have about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Maybe about 8 or more presses. Let's see. Uh-oh. Those 2 up top did not press. And I'm assuming it was because it was not under the heat press. Okay, let me try that again. And I'm not putting that entire portion underneath the heat press because you don't want to continually reheat and reheat. I just have that little corner under the heat press. Okay, I don't know why that one didn't want to press again. I'll do that last. How about that? Are you serious? You probably can't see it, but I have 2 pieces of transfer tape right here. And when I put this stone, it slid underneath the tape, so it wasn't even touching the garment. So that's why that little corner did not press. But again, I'll get that at the end because I'm sure there will be some other areas that I will have to fix. But so far, that's looking good. If you wanted to stop here, let me turn the shirt around this way because I think you're upside down. If you wanted to stop here and just have the top half of the t-shirt blinged out, then that would be good. That's it. That's it and that's all. But like I said, we're going to do the whole front of the t-shirt, and we're going to do both sides of the sleeve. So let me see what we're working with. Okay, so I do need a full one. And I can use some of that I cut off. I can use that on the sleeve. Okay. My template. Now this is not hard. It's somewhat, and it's not really time consuming because it's not taking a whole lot of time. It's just that you have multiple presses. Now that I think about it, I could have put this on my bigger heat press and probably had less presses because I could have brushed in the rhinestones, put that transfer down, and did the second one, placed that one down, and then I could have just did one press for the top part and one press for the bottom part. But sometimes I forget I have that other bigger heat press. Because I don't press items that big that often. Alrighty. Let's go fill in the gaps. And I guess I could do what I just said on the bigger heat press. I'm gonna see after I line the when I put the transfer on it. All right, one more look through to make sure everything is in place. Okay. Looks like I got another oopsie again. I think 2 of my stones flipped over. And I missed one. Okay. Alrighty. One, two. Okay. Let me pick this up. Put it to the side. And get these rhinestones up. I was thinking I can pick the shirt up and do like this and dump them in, but I'll probably make a mess. Let's see. See if I make a mess on camera. Of course. I probably got more on the floor than I did in the jar. I think I got more rhinestones on the shirt. Uh-oh. Alrighty. Wait a minute, I want to test this t-shirt out on the other heat press. Okay. Okay, it works. It works. It fits perfectly. So what I'm going to do is, to save me on presses, I don't know why I didn't think about that in the first place. I just looked up and say, you got another heat press over there. And I see I'm going to have to add another row right there. Because, let me see if I'm in view. I'll have to add another row right here. Because I couldn't do it because the sleeve was in the way. But down here, it's just t-shirt. So that's what I will do. So let me cut off this heat press. And turn on the other one. And because this is a bigger heat press, it takes longer to heat up. Okay, I think I had a t-shirt, I mean not a t-shirt, a rhinestone that flipped over on me. Ooh. Two of them. So, this one. And where's the other one? Right here. And I picked up 3. Stragglers. Okay, I'm looking over to make sure they are all in place. Oh, like I said, I'm missing one. And I need an extra piece of tape again. I have a piece at the bottom. Let me see if I can pull it up without ripping the main piece. Perfect. Okay. Wait a minute. Missing another one right there. There's an extra one. That probably was the one that was missing. Anywho. Okay, let's get this laid down on the shirt. Okay, let's see if I think I'll turn that upside down. Yep. Hold up, what am I trying to do? That's down. Move down. I think I'll just have a row all the way down. For some reason I couldn't line it up, shifting it to the right. No biggity, the diggity. I just want to make sure that it's aligned that way. Now we have some extra stones at the bottom that are protruding beyond the t-shirt. So I will remove those. And that's funny because these are the ones that I said was missing and brushed in at the end. But no biggity diggity. And after I finish the entire t-shirt, I will look over the design to see if I'm missing any. I don't think I want any of the rhinestones to go beyond that hem. Okay, that looks good. That looks good. But I'm almost sure that my heat press is not ready for me. But that's not a problem because I have to put the other side on. And then I can also do that. So when it go under the heat press, it'll be ready. Let me see if this is big enough. I don't think so. No, it is not. Not a problem. I will brush in another entire row, the entire thing, and then, let me see, or maybe not. Let me try to measure it this time. Let me see. This one up, so I need a down. So I'll start here. I'll start here to here. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Leave them other 3 off. Being that said, I will take that last 3 rows off. That way I don't have to worry about rhinestones getting in my way. And I'll take that one off as well. Okay, make sure the tape is pushed down, and I'm not going to brush it on the shirt. Well, oh, maybe I will since I don't have enough room on my table. Okay. So that is another good idea. If your design permits, you can tape off the portion that you don't want to brush in. Okay, see if we got any extra stones. I'll put them in the place of missing stones. I think that is it. Do one more peruse. Okay, that looks good. Get these stones out the way. And of course it would stick to the tape of the other transfer that's on the shirt. Well, they're not really stuck to the tape, but they on top of the tape. So let me pick this up first. And you know me, I'm not looking for perfection. I'm just looking for pretty. And I think that when I finish with this t-shirt, it's going to be pretty. Alrighty, let me move this out the way gently that I don't knock these stones out. I'm just trying to move these extra stones out my way. And when I get situated, I'm going to cut that transfer tape because that overhang is getting in the way of creativity. Okay, that is that. And hopefully this is wide enough. And of course it ain't. So I need another piece of tape right there. Not a problem. Okay, I just needed a small piece of tape to cover this edge. Okay, Okay, let me cut off this excess tape at the bottom. Okay, let's pick up the transfer. Okay, move the template out the way. Oh, hold up. I still got stones on this t-shirt. Okay, those are out the way. Now let me see if I can align this t-shirt up. Let me see. One sec, I gotta go to the bathroom. Can't concentrate. Okay. Okay, that is, I think that is, aligned beautifully. And I'm going to pull off any of the stones that are laying on the seam or the bottom hem. Hold up. This right is spreaded here, but as it's going down, it's getting close. So I think I got this crooked. It's not straight. My head may be in the way because I need to get up close and personal. Okay, I want to make sure that it's straight. Okay, the spacing is good. That still needs to shift a little at the bottom. It's a little bit too close. That looks good. I'm gonna make sure I don't have no stones hanging on the top out of place. I'm gonna shake the shirt. Okay, I'm gonna take it over to the heat press. I think we at temp. And I will bring you over, sorry that my hand in the way, to the heat press. think we upside down. There we go. That's my 15 by 15. That's the one that I used at first. And this one is my 16 by 24, to where the whole t-shirt fits on there. So this way I don't have the 2 presses. 1, 2. I could have just had 1, 2. The top could have been 1. This could have been 1. So we're going to go down. It's set at 350. We're going down for 15 seconds. You know what? I should have lined that line right there. And that way I ain't got to press this again. Let me do that. Okay, I brought it back to the table so that I can attempt to put, I think I only need 1 row. And you remember, this is the one that I cut off from the first side that I did up top. So let me see if I can turn it this way and align it. Let me see, that's down, so I need it to go up. It's up too much. Trying to think what this side looking like. That's close over. That may be too far off. Where my ruler? I got to get all scientific and stuff with my spacing, because it looks like that if I put this one on that edge, these 2 rows will be too close together. So that's about 1 inch apart. Okay. So I need to move that over that way some. And hopefully by making that shift, I will be able to pick up that 2nd row. There we go. That's good that way. Trying to get that even. Okay, there we go. We almost there. Okay, do that there with my scissors. Ain't no need of pressing it again if you don't have to. And I'm just cutting off these other 3 rows. You'll see as I'm coming down. Since I'm working on a whole t-shirt, it's hard to get the whole thing in frame. I need a stone right there. And since I got tape there and I'm pressing there, I'm going to put a stone there. Right. Where am I supposed to go? Up here. Okay. All right. I'm going back to the heat press. And you already been over there. I'll bring you over to the heat press when I do the sleeves. Okay, we're going down for 15 seconds. Hopefully you were in frame for some of what I was doing. Now we're going to work on the sleeves. Okay, I should have the entire front of the t-shirt pressed. Hopefully I don't have any overlapping stones. Okay, I'm going to show you what I got thus far. Let me lay my shirt on my table. And I'll show you the missing stones that I need to go and, okay. Look at that. That is looking pretty. I love it. It's too big to go in the whole frame. There are a couple of stones, maybe about 2 or 3 that I need to place right there for the whole front to be finished. Yep. Look at that. That is pretty. I love that. If I would have thought about using a big heat press from Jump Street, I could already be on my sleeves. So let me get the camera back on tripod and we'll start on the sleeve. Okay, this is the sleeve, and I'm trying to determine how much of the template do I need to brush before I get started. Okay, I know I need to do the whole thing. I'm just trying to see how much over do I need to come. I think all of that is off. So I think what I got here is what I'm going to use. What I already got taped off. And I still have 3 rows. 3 rows from the other transfer that I can use to fill in the gaps. Okay. And the whole sleeve can fit under the heat press, so instead of doing 2 presses on one side of the sleeve and a total of 4 for one sleeve, all I have to do is 1 press for the front and 1 press for the back. Okay, I knocked some stones out, trying to shift the template around and pick up my extras. But no, whereas I'll just put them in with the pickup tool. And I'm going to try to put all the stones on the front side of the sleeve, just like I did the t-shirt, so I can just do one press. So I'll put this on, brush some more stones in for the bottom part of the sleeve, and that'll be that. Okay, that is that. Let me get my piece of transfer tape. And I think this should be big enough. I'm going to move this extra piece of tape because the stones are falling in the gap. Okay. Okay, let's move them out the way just in case the tape want to come in that direction. I don't want to have to pick up any extra stones. All right. Move this out the way. Bring my t-shirt back. I have to lay this down first before I can figure out how much I need for the bottom part of the sleeve. And then hopefully I'll be able to do it in advance when I do the back and the other sleeve. Okay. Let's see what we got here. Uh-oh, my batteries on my phone is going dead, so I'll try to finish this sleeve. This front sleeve. Okay. That looks pretty good. Probably need one up there. And one over there. Great. That one fell on the floor. Let me push the shirt back on the table. Okay, that looks good. Okay, I'm going to press. No, I got to fill in the bottom. Then I'm going to press this, and if I have any rhinestones that will need filling in, I will do that when I look over the shirt again. All right, let me see what I need down here. Right there. And right there. Okay. So let me brush in that part. I taped this off because I just need that small portion for the bottom half of the sleeve. And it's almost like putting together a puzzle. Okay, I'm gonna brush them extras off, and I'll just use my picker tool to put in the rest. That way that'll somewhat save some time. And like I said, I'll have to charge my phone because I'm running out of juice. I think I just need to put in one more. Oh, two more. Okay. Let me find a piece of tape. Let's see. Okay, let me cut this off so I won't have too much excess to deal with, and hopefully I'm not cutting it too short. I think I did. Okay, that's covering everything. Whew, just made it. Just made it. Okay, so what I think I'll do, since I have this squared off, while I'm waiting for my phone to charge, I'm going to brush. Let me see. 1, 2, 3 of these. Pull that off. And then do 2 of these. Yep. That should do it. Or, no, 3 and 3. 3 and 3. Alrighty. Let me push. Let me push the tape up, and hopefully I need something to hold it so it won't fall off the table. Okay. Nope. I'll move the camera down. Okay. There we go. Now I'm going to have to get up close and personal. My head may get in the way initially until I see where I'm going. I think that fits for the most part. I'll have to fill in the row right there. Remove these stones that are on the cuff, because I don't want them on the cuff. Remove these. I think I'll cut that one, and then that way I can place on the other side. If I can find my scissors. Did they fall on the floor? What did I do with my scissors? Oh, good thing I got more than one pair. Okay. Okay, that looks good. I think I just need a row right there. That ain't gonna work because them stones fell off. Let me do a dry fit this way. Need to cut it right here. And remove these extra stones because I just need one row. And then hopefully I can put this piece of transfer tape underneath this one, because okay. There we go. Except these two. Okay. I think that is a stone in every place of the sleeve. For the most part. Okay, I will bring you over. Since this will be our last press until my phone charges. Okay, so this is the entire sleeve on the heat press. And we're going down 350. Let me straighten up the shirt. Okay. Now we're going down. It's hard to pull it down with one arm. Okay. We're at 350 for 15 seconds. I'll bring you back. Okay, let's do the reveal on the sleeve, if I can, with one hand. Whoop. Runaway t-shirt. Oi. Okay, this is how she's looking thus far. Oh, we get ready to fall again. Okay, that's looking good. That is looking good. Need a stone right there. Not a problem. Like I said, I'll go back over the t-shirt once I finish the entire thing and place stones where they need to go. So right now I'm going to charge my phone and create the transfers, the 3 for the back, for the right and left sleeve, and the right sleeve up, the left sleeve up front, and I'll bring you back. Okay, so these are my transfers that I need to apply. I have 3 each. 3 for the big part of the sleeve. That's 1, 2. And that's the third one that I have to pull off the template. And then I have 3 of the smaller ones that will go to the lower portion of the sleeve. So what I'm going to do is since this video may come out to be 2 hours long. I don't even know how it got to be that long. But anywho, I'm going to press the back side of the one sleeve that I've already done. And I'm going to press the front side of the other sleeve, and I'll bring you back when I press the last part of the sleeve. Okay, this is the last sleeve, and I will be done with this t-shirt. Let me get my transfer. Hopefully, since it's my last one, it won't give me any problems. Okay, look like that one flipped over on me. Let's see if I can remember where it went. That's close enough. Okay, so okay, that is aligned pretty good. checking to see if I have any overage, if I need to add a few stones. Get up here in that corner. Get a piece of tape to hold that down. Okay. I got too much going on over here, so I'm going to remove these rhinestones. Make sure I am in frame. I'm sure there are parts of this video where I was just talking and working and I wasn't completely in frame. That over some is too close to the edge. Let's see what we got down here. These are on the seam, so I'm going to slide them over some, just slightly, to get it off of the seam. Okay, that's looking good. Got some overage up here. Okay, that looks good. And of course, I re-picked up these stones because I didn't push them out the way. Alrighty. And let me get the bottom half. And if I recreate this design to more accurately pick up the sleeve, I wouldn't do it the whole sleeve because I think it'll be too big, too cumbersome to deal with. The transfer tape will be too heavy, and let's see how that look. Okay, need a stone here. That one is too close to that. Let me see, bump, bump. I need one here. Right there, and if that's not in place, then I can shift it like that. Okay, and then that aligns with that one over there. Bump, bump. And this one needs to come. No, not that one. This may be out of place. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna cut this tape off at the bottom. And if I need to add some more stone, I'll add some more stones. Okay. Now just, let me see, that one can just shift it over. Or I'll pick up the tape and put it in place. All right, flip over on the right side. Okay, that's good. Need one right there. Okay. Did that flip over on me? Sure did. Okay, and one on the corner here. I think I just have about 2 more stones to do. And nope, move that one. Come on, stop trying to flip on me. Look, some. I'm gonna have to place that one because I think the seam is on the other side, so it want to flip over. Okay, that's good. Okay, these are going to the other side. And okay, let me look at this bottom part. Move that over a little bit. Okay, that's good. That's good. I'll fix that up when I there we go. Too close to the seam. Okay, I think that is it. So we're gonna take this over. Hold up. Okay, yeah. For some reason I thought it was going on the t-shirt part. All right, I'm gonna take this over to the heat press. And I'll bring you over. All right, let me take you off the tripod because there's no place to lay it over by the heat press. Okay, I have it on the heat press. It's set for 315. We're going down for 15 seconds. And then I will turn that sleeve to check the seam to make sure that it's not a big gap between the rhinestones from one side to the next. And I had to place probably about 6 stones on the other sleeve to cover that gap. So let me do the reveal. Let me pull it off and I'll bring you back. Okay, I flipped it over and I wanted to see if there was too big of a gap in between, but I'm fine with that because that's underneath the sleeve. Now let me turn it on the other side, on the seam side, and see if there's a gap there. If if I need to add any. Oh, that's not the seam. Let me put the camera down again. Okay, and this is the shoulder seam side down. And the spacing in between stones look good. I could add one right there. One right there. And press that, and then I'll be finished. So let me do that, and I'll bring you back and show you the entire t-shirt. Okay, here is the t-shirt in totality. So we have it from top to bottom on the front. And we have both sides of the sleeves. And I loved how it turned out. I loved how it turned out. And like I said, I don't know why I didn't think about using my bigger heat press in the beginning, because that probably would have took off 20 minutes from the video. But anywho, that is it. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.